Noisy Pixel.
I'm always up for a charming platformer, and I often enjoy ones that feature retro-like graphics. However, I also expect these titles to branch out and show me some unique features and systems instead of simply presenting a cookie-cutter generic platformer that I played dozens of times before. The problem is, this title has such a good concept that is never executed to its fullest potential. I'm Victor Aparicio, and this is Noisy Pixel's review for Gato Roboto. Gato Roboto introduces a space lieutenant and his cat Kiki. After accidentally crashing on a planet, the lieutenant must rely on Kiki to take control of a mech and save the day by collecting parts and rescuing other human survivors. The dialogue shared between characters is pretty charming. Although the lieutenant can't understand Kiki, is trusting the lives of himself and others to the hands of a cat. The same can be said about the environment. Crashing to a space station on a remote planet could have yielded some interesting settings with various hazards. However, what the player got instead is a two-colored layout that may as well just be guidelines for where the player can and can't walk on. Nothing really strikes me as original or unique. There are some generic obstacles to overcome, such as jumping over lava or reaching a high ledge, and nothing really stuck out to me that this was an alien planet save for the enemies. All the mechanics you expect in a platformer are here: jumping, shooting, double jumping, and even dashing. While these skills are unlocked through the game, everything stays pretty basic in terms of what you need to get through these areas, which gives the impression that I played this game before. With such a bare bones approach to fleshing out this platformer, it's easy to forget that Gato Roboto is a Devolver Digital published game. With usual titles from the quirky publisher having flashy, unique visuals or gameplay, I can only really see Gato Roboto being appreciated for its straightforward adventure with zero learning curves. Many times in my playthrough, I expected dynamic uses of the dashing technique to be used as a skillful way to dash into an enemy and attack the weak point from inside, or perhaps using the spinning double jump to bounce from enemy to enemy to clear large areas. Yet the credits rolled without a single unique characteristic. The same feeling can be said about the enemies of Gato Roboto. While plenty of bad guys have their attack patterns, I felt there was an equal amount that just launched random barrages of attacks, making combat more of an annoyance. Additionally, enemies tend to crowd a room, causing me to jump and dodge endlessly while the next set of enemies are just a breeze. Bosses are also inconsistent with combat to the point where they end up being something you want to get through instead of look forward to. Most of my problems with Gato Roboto don't stem from the gameplay or premise directly, but the opportunity the two factors could have brought to the table had some serious potential. What I would have liked to see is a cat-like mech that has paw swiping attacks, loud screeching meows, and leaps all over the place. And maybe the stages start off with similar beats of a platformer, but start adding modern innovations like moving platforms or intriguing environmental puzzles. Yet if you played any sort of retro-styled action platformer, then you've already played Gato Roboto. But if you're okay with that, the game is a decent 4-hour campaign. Noisy Pixel is giving Gato Roboto a 6.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers that work hard to bring you news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe here to keep up with all of our future content.